Welcome back to Hardcore Ultimate Iron Man. We have these mithril grapples that we had to kill high-level barbarian spirits for. So I want to make the most use out of these before getting rid of them. And to do that, we need a higher range level to shoot these grapples over some shortcuts for various achievement diary requirements. And like with most things, that is going to involve many additional steps. The first step here is a little unnecessary, but it will make future adventures more streamlined. I need 1, a crossbow to use the grapples, and 2, the crossbow and bolts for training ranged. And they're right over there in the Dorgshan mines. But it's dark in there. Now I could just teleport to Catherby, grab a candle, and come back. But there is another option, which is even better location here in Lumbridge for a light source. If we head over here, right next to where you teleport in, we have Purdue. And you can trade Purdue to reclaim various untradeable items. Most importantly, in this case at least, the achievement diary rewards. If we do the Kandarin Easy Diary, the reward works as a light source. And it's an easy diary, which is, unsurprisingly, very easy. And then, whenever we want to come down here into the Lumbridge caves, we can just grab our light source here. It'll be incredibly convenient. So that is what we are going to do. Most of these will be incredibly easy to complete. So let's do it. Killing 4 level 30 elementals is very easy. Didn't even need to go get any armor or anything. I could put this whole rogue's outfit and thieving cape away and get out my graceful. That'd probably be a good idea. Not going to, though. Just gonna keep doing these tasks right now. But for the next one, I do need a few items. And I guess technically, well, I don't have the rogue's hood, so I guess the rogue's isn't gonna do anything. It's fine. Thieving hood, does it count as rogues? Probably not. Anyways, I need to get some seeds. And there's a master farmer right down here. So we'll go take care of that. And then plant it. A couple jute seeds into the hops patch. And that is task completed. Don't even need to harvest the jute. It's just already done. Very convenient. Used a super compost there, because why not? I guess I don't really need these other jute seeds then. Those can also go on the ground. Playing the organ. It makes sound if you have sound on. Speaking to Sherlock. He doesn't wear a shirt. No shirt, Sherlock. Amazing. Well, this isn't the easy task I was going for. But I caught a bass. Can I cook a bass? I can cook a bass. That's a medium task. Okay. Good. Yeah. Caught a bunch of fish, but not the worst fish, which is the one I actually need here. big net fishing. It's pretty bad. Can I catch it first one here? Technically the 5th one. Just need a mackerel. Just need a mackerel. No? Alright then. And that's actually fairly convenient there. Got the mackerel I needed. Very good. Also got some seaweed, which is going to be useful once I have the rest of the things I need for that part. Don't need the big net. I'm just dropping things all over the place, as per usual. Seaweed is one of the 2 items that I need to finish another task here. And the other one is a fishbowl with water in it. So to make a fishbowl, we're going to need glass. We got the crafting level easily. And unfortunately we need to bring this to a furnace, so we can't just do it here. I don't think superheat doesn't work on glass. No. Alright, we can just go to Falador. That's fine. But yeah, easy to get the supplies to make one thing out of glass. A little more annoying to do thousands. But here is 1 molten glass. Make it into a fishbowl. Then I think there's a water source. I'll just use it here in Falador though. Interestingly, I wasn't able to use the fishbowl on the water pump in Falador. So I used the bucket on the pump and then transferred the water to the fishbowl. Makes a ton of sense. Now we can get a pet fish here. Put seaweed in the bowl first. Easy. And now we're good. Fish for the bowl. Right from the aquarium here for 10 coins. We got our tiny net to go with our big net that we dropped here earlier. And we got a fish. A tiny green fish. Can we put this in the house? It is a pet. And it's pretty devastating to drop a fish in a fishbowl on the ground, shattering the glass bowl, being a giant mess. No, fish, you must go inside. Fish? Yes! I can even see my fish in there. Fantastic. Fantastic. We only have so many spaces in this pet house, but it's fine. Absolutely worth it. And lastly, crossing this log balance. Completing the easy diary. And while we're here, just going to mine a coal. Also for the medium diary. There is still plenty of diaries we could probably do. Not too worried about it. Goodbye, coal. And hello, Camelot, where we can turn this in. Speak to the wedge. And we can get our reward. We get the Kandarin headgear and a lamp. The lamp, of course, is going into Herblore, as per usual. And this works as a light source, either when equipped or in the inventory. So that's pretty convenient. We can also get double logs from normal trees, additional space in the coal trucks. We can turn noted flax into bowstrings, which with the flax keeper down in the flax field. And more marks of grace at Sears Rooftop, which is not good because we have 80 agility. So that means we've already breezed straight past where marks of grace at Sears Rooftop is a possibility. So, realistically, we just got a nice little lamp and a light source. So that's still pretty good. But before we go down there and get our crossbow, there is another piece of ranged equipment that we really should unlock. And to do that, we need to do animal magnetism. Everything easily completed for the requirements here. So it's time to go to Drainer. But first, we of course need to collect some items. We can't fit all of the items we need for the quest with this inventory space. We can start grabbing the Ghost Peak Amulet and Ecto Tokens. That is a lot more Ecto Tokens than I thought I had. I guess we had these in here from back when we were training prayer here. Anything else we can do with these? Since we have 500 of them. Already finished Ghost Ahoy. This is for animal magnetism. 500 tokens for permanent access to Dragontooth Island. Actually, that's perfect. Let's go do that. Since we have the tokens. Also could have saved these for use with the Bone Crusher. Maybe. But since we've got them in the inventory now, it's use them or lose them. So I'm glad we had 500. That really worked out. If we had had less than this, we might have just not been able to use them for this. Unlimited trips to Dragontooth Island. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So that'll be nice if we ever need to come back here for Elite and Master Clues. I'm sure we're going to do tons of Master Clues. Anyways, that's the extra tokens we needed, so that's great. One of the more awkward things that we need to grab here. I'm going to go collect the rest of the things we need for at least the first portions of the quest. Before we get our inventory completely clogged up, now would be a great time to get our Graceful out instead of all this. So back over to the armor case. Store the rest of the full rogue set. Nice and safely in here. Head over to the cape rack. There's a few different capes we could put in here, besides just the Majorina cape. Skill capes. Mythic cape, Obsidian cape, Soul cape, Spottier cape, Fire cape will be useful eventually. But now we can get out the full Graceful set for a maximum run regeneration and nice, good amount of weight reduction. So that'll work. That'll work very well. One of the items that used to be a bit of a pain to get for this quest was the Mithril Axe. But since we have access to the Woodcutting Guild here, we can just head on into the axe shop and purchase one. We can also purchase rune axes here, although they're a little expensive. So that means, if we ever need to, we can dispose of the rune axe and rune pickaxe at only a monetary fee. But that should be everything we need until the end of the quest. So now, we can go to Drainer. Our quest starts here with Ava, who has moved in here in Drainer Manor behind a secret bookcase entrance to this room. So that's pretty fun. And we're going to help her make her room better. For start, we need to fix the bed, and then we'll get a reward for our efforts. We don't get to sleep in the bed. That'd be silly. Anyways, we're getting offered a vague something, so that's gonna be pretty cool. First thing we need is undead chickens from Port Phasmatis. Going to use one of the chickens for the bed, and another chicken for an idea using infinite feathers. And so, we go back pretty much right where we were when we were getting these ecto tokens. I could go and purchase the ecto file, I guess. That'd probably be faster. We can just pop through the fairy ring in our house, which is also good. Right here at the farm. We've got Alice here. She has a farming shop and also the undead livestock, which I would like to purchase. Undead chickens. The ideal chickens. But we need to talk to her husband. And he's a ghost. We can manage that, though. Even if she doesn't have a necklace of ghost speak. We've got one. The temple is messing things up. People are ghosts, animals are zombies. It's all quite the thing. It's all quite the thing. Anyways. He misses his wife, since they can't talk anymore. But I'm just here for the chickens. But he wants me to go talk to his wife again, who we just talked to and told me to talk to him. It's all getting very back and forth here. Your husband loves you. And that's all well and good. But he needs to get her the information about money. Since they can't talk, they can't communicate about where the cash is. And he has put it in the bank. Which is all very good. Very responsible of him, since she was always telling him to do so. And now we're back here. The money is in the bank. So we need the bank pin. This would all be much easier if she just had a Ghost Speak amulet. But when she wears it, all the chickens and cows freak her out. So that's not going to work. And back to the husband. What's your bank pin? He's on to us, though. He's not going to tell us the pin number. I'm clearly a scammer. So it's back to the wife. Your husband doesn't trust me. And that's a reasonable idea. So we're going to get a altered Ghost Speak amulet to give to the husband so he can talk to humans. A good enough idea, I suppose. We just need to go talk to the old crone, who we were dealing with back in Ghost Ahoy. A little bit of a trek, but still in Mauritania, so it's acceptable. Right over here, in the shadow of the Slayer Tower, I need your help with a Ghost Speak amulet for a ghost to help Alice and her husband. Modified for the husband to speak to her since she refuses to use a regular one. We've inadvertently brought one of her hairs with us on our shoulder. And that's exactly what the old crone needed for making the Ghost Speak amulet. Don't have to be the Ghost Speak amulet and the more Speaking Ghost amulet. Or Human Speak, perhaps. And we've got our Ghost Speak amulet with us. That's all we needed to make the Crone Maid amulet. Allows the Ghost Farmer to talk to Alice. A breakthrough. Looks to be either going to only work for the husband to talk to Alice, or possibly any ghost to talk to Alice, since all we used in creating this was the Ghost Speak amulet and her hair. Either way, this should solve all our problems here. I don't think this guy even has a name. He's just Alice's husband. Either way, we've got the amulet here. So now, everything can be sorted out. And now we can get ourselves these undead chickens. It was a very good plan here. Two undead chickens, please. He just needs to catch them. And we get a fun little cutscene of a ghost chasing around a zombie chicken. These things happen. He's being very evasive for a zombie. Dodging all of the attempts. Managing to hide. And here's a cow. And of course, Cow Elite Killer. Level 123. They're having a whole situation here. And Cow Killer is being very annoyed and kills Bessie in one hit. Then he threatens the chicken. And the chicken decides, you know what? Maybe getting in the bag isn't such a bad idea after all. One chicken captured. Or maybe it was just distracted. Either way, that's what we needed here. Let's get these chickens. 4 ecto tokens. 10 each. And I'll get the 2 that we need. Luckily, we have just enough inventory spaces. This is all working out. This is all working out. Now that we have these, it is back to Ava. 1 delivery of undead chickens completed. Here we go. The chickens are going to help with her sleep by making a very fluffy and comfortable bed. And undead chickens are better than regular chickens because there's no dust mites in the undead feathers. Also, Ernest has kind of gotten her off of regular chickens. Anyways, since we're not going to be using a bed, our chicken is for something else. All the undead feathers can be used in arrows. Using this chicken, we will make an unending supply of arrow flights. That's interesting. We're going to spice it up a little bit more with a magnet. A piece of iron stabilized in a field. And to make a magnet, we just need to go talk to the nearby witch. Having to operate a lever to get out of your bedroom. It's a system. Anyways, we got the witch here. We just need to make a magnet. She's being a little patronizing. Well, that's just because anger management classes. It's either talking kind of silly to us or shoving children into ovens. So, I guess we're fine with it. 5 iron bars. And she's calling us snookums. And we have broken her. Her anger management is now not managed. So that's our problem now. Well, I guess it's not our problem. Hopefully no kids wander in here. I'm sure we'll be fine. We just need to take the iron bar that she's made us over to the Remington mine, face north, hit it with a hammer, and just like that, we will have a magnet. We're also calling her insane, which is something. Anyways. Hammer. On the bar. Bang, bang, bang. And we have a magnet. It really is just that easy. Back to Ava. So we now have an undead chicken and a magnet. And the chicken is going to use the magnet, so that's going to be great. It will attract bits of iron and steel and recently fired arrows. Also might pick up some arrowheads and other miscellaneous junk. We're going to turn that off. Anyways. What we need now is going to be a source of wood. Magical, regenerating wood. And to get that, we're going to go and try to chop down the trees that attack people here at Draenor Manor. I'm sure we'll be fine. We're gonna get attacked by a tree, but we're attacking back. Also, 50 crafting experience for turning in the magnet, which is not a lot, granted, but still. Chop chop. Here's the dastardly tree in question. We try to chop, but it just does not work. The axe just bounces off somehow. Which is a very interesting development. It's undead wood, but it's still wood. You would think an axe would still be pretty effective. But we have an answer to this question. There are two choices. The worst option is we cut off my arms, have them reanimated as undead my arms, sew them back onto my body, and then we can use them to chop the trees, in theory. So instead, we're going to go with the second option, involving Slayer. Turiel was poking around the trees, so he should have some information. And he is up in Berthorpe, which we can easily access with the house. Teleport to Berthorpe. And also while we're here, I think I'll grab a Slayer task, since that's how we're going to be training our ranged here. But first, let's talk to Turiel. Hear about a quest, about the undead trees. And he knows exactly what we need. We need a blessed axe. Normally, they're not useful for chopping trees, since the blade is replaced with holy silver. But it's perfect for undead trees. He just needs a mithril axe and a holy symbol. So now, we need to go and get a holy symbol. Also, let's get Simon here. 21 bats. Very good. Going to be doing low-level tasks for 1 through 9, and then a high-level task for 10. A bit of point boosting. And also, lower-level Slayer tasks will be what we can accomplish with 34 ranged anyway, so. We need to go get a holy symbol. And to do that, we need to get a uncharged holy symbol, and then bring it to the monastery. And to do that, we need an unstrung symbol here, and a ball of wool over the adventure shop. Was going to get just the silver bar there, but they're incredibly convenient, just having the entire symbol already done. We might still need the crafting level to actually do the stringing here, but still, unblessed symbol, just like that. Now we need to just make our way over to the monastery, and we'll be good to go. Also, while we are running around here, I'll go and get the other 2 pieces that we need to finish things up. Let us see if we have joined the monastery yet. Yes, we have. Did we come here for scorpion catcher? That thing we did? Nope. Maybe I just grabbed some monk robes. Maybe he didn't want to talk to me. Either way, Brother Jared, bless this unblessed symbol. And there we go. A holy symbol. And that is what we needed. May have come up here to charge prayer at one point. I don't know. Either way, we have easily enough prayer levels for this, so it's all good. Back to Berthorpe. We got the mithril axe and the holy symbol. So that's what we needed here. Trading it over to Turiel for his axe, and then he will get a new axe made later. Which is convenient for us. We don't need to track down whoever he gets his special axes made. One super special axe, please. And there we go. Blessed Axe. A holy weapon that can still lop off heads. Fantastic. Now these trees don't stand a chance. Also, hard leather from a cow, then Alcarid, and buttons from ham members, freshly polished. Okay, tree. Time for revenge. Undead twigs collected. And the twigs are trying to leave, which is interesting. These undead trees are much more lively than alive trees, which is something to think about. Anyways, that is the wood component. The wood did, in fact, grow on trees. Sarcasm. Infinite arrows. Now we just need a container made out of hard leather and buttons, which we have. And we also have some research notes about how this is going to work together, which need translating. Presumably Ava made these notes, so exactly why they're such a giant mess, mostly her fault. Just need to turn off most of the things, and there you go. You put the things in the thing. Ta-da! Not exactly the most complicated system here. And now, we just need to put it together. Got an interesting quip about the ham and their large collection of buttons due to how shoddy their clothes are and being constantly stolen. Hard leather on the pattern to make a container. And it is ready to use. 1 quest point, 2,500 woodcutting, 1,000 crafting, 1,000 fletching, 1,000 slayer, and a device. That's also 150 quest points. That's pretty neat. No levels from that. Drop the old ecto tokens, destroy the blessed axe. Don't need another one of those. Drop the hammer. Now we have Ava's attractor. It's got a nice 2 range bonus. But the most important part is how it returns our arrows most of the time. Exactly how it works with bone bolts is a question, but it does, so I'm not going to complain about it. But now we are ready to go train some ranged. But we need the actual crossbow now. And also, we can't have that in our ammo slot. 1 cannon and headgear for the light. We're going to be putting away the graceful, clearly, because we need to get equipment. Come over here to the chest here. We can get iron gloves. Sure, probably better than nothing, I guess. Yeah, 3 range bonus. Could be worse. And then we just head in here to the mines, where we can grab the bone crossbow and the bone bolts. This would be more convenient if I had more inventory space. Anyways, bone bolts are nice and cheap. Yeah, I think this is a situation where I drop some things. just to make a little bit more inventory space while I work. How many bone bolts we need? Like 2,000 is probably fine. These are so cheap that they really doesn't matter how many I buy. Bone bolts, bone bolts, bone bolts. There we go. Pick these back up. Crossbow. And then for the rest of the armor here, since we're only 34 range, we don't have as many options. So we're going to just go with a frog leather for now. At 40 we can get green dragon hide, but we're not 40 yet. Just going to go grab full frog leather here in Dorgesh Khan. And I guess we can grab a coif up in Champions Guild. Our ranged gear is still very transitory. I would like to have some form of range armor in the house, like with the Mystic and Rockshell. Could look into Spined, see if it's any good. I guess we grab the Anti-Dragon Shield, just for some extra defense. With all this together, we're grabbing iron arrows. Let's stop that. Commune with the attractor. Please stop gathering junk. Don't know if that option, I don't think that option was always there. That might have been an addition. Because originally, gathering random pieces of garbage was part of the trade-off of getting your arrows back. So that's okay. And Fire Staff, rock. We do blow through law runes like no tomorrow. But that's just money. And if we need more money, we can easily just go back and thieve from the Ardy Knights. So that's not a problem either. So now we are going to go be training Ranged and Slayer, which are two of the skills that are very close to our lowest skills here. So we will be able to avoid any Tears of Gothic experience going into there. Final ranged accuracy is a 69. Fantastic. Defenses are not that impressive, but I think our 68 defense should manage well enough. So now, it's time for Slayer. This is probably not going to be the best ranged XP or anything, but a lot of the point here is also completing the Slayer tasks. And that was task number 14, where we got a whopping 168 Slayer experience, killing regular bats. Oh boy. I don't expect any of Arturiel's tasks to be particularly exciting. So we'll just see how much experience we get from each task. Nice and quick. Task number 15. 33 skeletons. A lot more experience than the bats. Well, relatively. About 800 Slayer XP. Also, they did some damage through our not fantastic armor here. 2 range levels and a Slayer level. And 35. Slayer is wall beasts. Oh boy. Can't wait to go do some wall beast tasks. Great. Task number 16. 20 scorpions. Less than half of the experience of the previous task. Task 17. 36 bears. More experience. And levels 37 and 38 in range. Getting there. We are getting there. There is level 40 range. Very nice level. Green dragon hide, U-bows, rune throwing axes, ranger boots, Robin Hood hat, among other things. And we also finished the Slayer task. But we were so close to this important level that we just got it finished. Also, this is a safe spottable task, so I really did not need to bring all this food, but that's fine. So now, we can upgrade our armor. And it's going to be great. Green dragon hide from the Champions Guild and Oziach. Gets our range accuracy from 69 to 85. Very nice. And this is all, again, easily purchasable, but not really storable. As for what we're going to be doing with all of these, I guess we'll just drop the gloves. And we could alchem. Bit of magic experience, I suppose. Really cast high alch on the iron gloves? Yeah, sure. Go for it. Most of the money back from the nature rune. And there we go. But we are not done with ranged quite yet. Task 19. We're back to bats, which give very little experience. So we are going to be taking our 83 combat and going to get a task from Konar. Whether or not this is good for range experience, we will see. But the possibility of additional rewards is always nice. If this is not a task that we can easily throw 40 range at, we will go and train on something else. What is it going to be? It could also be something terrible, which we don't have enough points to skip. So we'd be losing our task streak, which wouldn't be great. Rolling the dice here. Bronze dragons. No. No, I don't think so. Okay, great. That's not the correct response. Alright. Bronze dragons. We can't skip. Can't block. Can we defeat bronze dragons with these stats? Slowly. Probably. What would be our weapon for that? We got the shield. That's not great. We don't have anti-fire potions. Okay. That is going to be a problem for later. That's going to be a problem for later. I'm going to go fight not bronze dragons. Yeah. And here's the level. 42 range. That also should unlock Void. So that's something we can go and get at some point. Maybe that can just be our range gear that we have in the house. Either way, we could now go use our grapples and get things done here. But I think I'm just going to sit down here in this cave, AFKing. Let's see what range level we get to here. And here is 50 ranged. Much better. Much better. This would be the point where we went and got blue dragon hide, if we had any of that, which we don't. So instead, I'm going to store the singular fossil I got here in the fossil storage. Convenient. And now we can go grapple over some walls. I guess technically this is the only wall we're grappling over. Other than the Yano wall we already did. Other side. Nope. We were clicking on the wrong grapple wall. Here we go. Ah, it's this one. Okay. Up the Falador wall. And down the other side. That is a medium task in Falador. Very good. Grappling across a river here. Shooting for this rock with a raft on it. And they're going for another one on the strong tree on the other side. For a Lumbridge and Drainer medium task. And across some islands here on Kramja. Weirdly, this has a higher agility and range requirement, but not a very high strength requirement. Just random requirements on these grapple shortcuts, I suppose. Also, that is a hard task. That's debatable. That's okay. And now there's just one more. High level in agility, coming in clutch here. Because we can jump over this strange floor. That was an elite task. Very cool. That's just by far the quickest way to get over here to the final grapple. We also have our anti-dragon shield, so we won't get annihilated by this black dragon. Don't think we could make a water orb. Yeah, maybe. Eh, doesn't matter. Grapple across here. Unfortunately, it is a one-way grapple. But that completes a medium task. Very good. And now my pet is trapped on an island, so that's fun. But that completed what I needed with these grapples. Ultimately, grapples are still useful in a few instances, but nothing we really need to worry about right now. So these are going to be going on the ground unless they have a good high alch. They don't have a high alch price. Can you not high alchemy a mithril grapple? You can. How much do they alch for? Worst case scenario, we got some magic experience. That's something. 0. They alch for 0. Okay. Sure, why not? Anyways. We've still got this range gear. So I think I will do a little bit of ranged in some quests. Next time. Goodbye.